This is how to dominate with Fanny in the latest season despite nerfs and mistakes. This is epic rank, by the way, because it's only the 5th game of the season. I haven't played that much. And I apologize for my voice because I was sick for a very long time. Anyways, we're gonna start this game with a purple buff standard one and then the orange buff and then this golem. Despite Mathilda hanging out at mid, we might be in a position to take the Lethal Wanderer. So after this golem, I'm gonna go into this bush hiding and attacking the Lethal Wanderer while inside the bush. Mathilda dove into the middle of our party, so we're just gonna change target and attack her. And that is first blood. Now let's look at her perspective. And of course, after that kill, we're gonna secure the Lethal Wanderer. I don't expect for the purple buff to be up, but I just went there anyways to see so that later on when it's about to spawn, I can have the 15-second counter before it spawns. For the meantime, I took this green camp and then potentially invade or gank bottom lane. I'm just waiting here for the opportunity. D-Roth is engaging Ruby, so this is a perfect time to engage. Alright, now let's look at Ruby's perspective. Okay, with that successful gank, we're in a position now to secure the turtle, so I'm signaling the team to attack the turtle. As you can see, the enemy purple is up. I wanted to conserve my retribution for that to invade. However, I have to use it on the turtle quickly so that I can go to my purple buff and prevent Mia from stealing my purple. Now that I secured the purple, I'm gonna help top lane with the gank, and that's the first mistake of the game, but despite that, we were able to secure the kill on Mathilda. And of course, as a jungler, if you can steal 1 or 2 enemy camps from the enemy, it would significantly reduce their farm. If I still have my ultimate right here, I would go for the invade with the enemy orange buff, but since it's still on cooldown, I'm gonna go for my own red buff. And as of the moment, our team is way ahead and we could actually snowball from here. Okay, so this is the same pathing from the first rotation with the golem and then the Lethal Wanderer and then having vision on the enemy purple buff so that we can have the counter later on. Nana did a great job in poking, so we're gonna wait for the perfect opportunity to engage. I think I was a bit early here. Ideally, you would wait for Eudora to use up her stun before going in, but it worked out in the end. So this is her perspective. Okay, after that gank, I'm gonna head over to the purple buff because it's almost up. After securing the purple buff, I have 2 options here, to invade top or to secure the turtle. So I opted to secure the turtle first, but then Mathilda was in a bad position, so we're gonna help out Mia. So here is a series of missed cables. But despite that, somehow, we were able to secure the kill on Mathilda. Now let's look at her perspective. Ooh, those missed cables. So it's perfectly okay to have missed cables as long as you get the job done. And with that, we are now in a position to secure the turtle. Now after the Blade of Heptasis, we're gonna go for the War Axe to have sustainability during teamfights. And now back to the jungle, starting from the golem, the orange camp, and then possibly go for Eudora at mid. Now let's look at her perspective. Okay, since the Letho is almost up, we're gonna go for it before taking our purple buff. Okay, top lane has been struggling, so we're gonna go over there for Aulus and possibly push this lane. Here's his perspective. Since there's no more minions and carry came here to defend top lane, so we're gonna go for another target, which is supposedly Mathilda. Didn't expect to hit Eudora here and to be stunned, so I'm just gonna fight back with all of Fanny's combos. That was a very risky move, but being way ahead in farm and level really helps. And it really pays off to have little sneak peeks with the purple camp even though it's empty ahead of time so that we will know that it's up. I'm feeling very brave right now, so I'm gonna try to invade the orange camp, but it's no longer here. Aulus is having second thoughts while Carrie is trapped inside a bush, so we're gonna go for Carrie instead. And then Mia was able to secure the kill. So we have to look out for these advantageous team fights. Now I'm trying to bait Aulus to come into the bush, and he indeed come, but I made a mistake that cost me his life. Nevertheless, I got Matilda and later on secured a kill on Aulus as well. Now let's look at their perspective, starting from Matilda. Then Aulus. Now that team fight ensures that we were able to take this turtle. Now for my next item, I bought the Legion Sword, but I'm not gonna buy the Malefic Roar. I'm actually gonna go for the Sea Halberd because of Matilda's shield and Ruby's lifesteal, or more accurately, Spell Vamp. After this purple buff, I'm gonna go to the team fight at mid. Okay, now let's look at their perspective. After that engagement, I gained a purple buff and we destroyed the turret. Always look for some objectives after each fight, because you will not win games just by killing enemies. You need to actually push and take some objectives. That's why I want to shove this bottom lane so that we can apply pressure to all lanes at once. But since the enemy is defending quite effectively, I went with my teammates to top lane. That's another risky move right there, but it paid off. So let's look at the enemy's perspective. Once Eudora released her stun, nothing can stop us now. We eventually took down the turret, and we're not done yet. We're still gonna apply pressure. My teammates are applying pressure at mid, so I'm gonna apply pressure here at top lane. Now this is a very good spot to observe what's happening in the enemy base and to initiate into the base if you see an opportunity. So here's Carrie's perspective. We're still not letting up the pressure, so while waiting for the minion wave at top lane, I went for the orange buff, then the purple buff, and as my teammates were taking the Lord, I'm trying to zone out this Matilda. So we secured the Lord, and Aulus is in a bad place, and we're gonna gank him. Nana secured the kill. I'm gonna go for Matilda. I'm just gonna wait for her to use her flight skill, and I'm gonna bring her back to my teammates. Deroth took down Matilda, and Lord has spawned. That's why I want to push this lane and sync it up with the other lanes. However, the top lane is way ahead. Hopefully this will be the final push, and to prepare for it, I'm gonna queue up the Immortality. Our opponent seems to be hanging in there. If you want to master Fanny, watch this Ultimate Fanny guide, and for the meantime, this is the scorecard for all the kill cabs in the series so far.